It's January and it's Sagittarius. Hi, welcome to the Existential Shift. Welcome, Seeker. If you're new, my name is Morgane. Pleasure. Happy 2021. Nine of Pentacles, starting it off pretty good. Your instincts and your wisdom are out to play in a practical way, which is good. Your adventurous spirit has mastered the earth realm, some of you, in a way that you harness it to make gains as opposed to losses. Nine of Pentacles. That's a good way. Nine of Cups. Okay, two nines, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. There's some sort of wish fulfillment coming in really, really strong right at the beginning of this year. A result of, on one hand, hard work. On the other hand, that work was made in a way that was with faith and flow. Two of Cups. So we do have two very independent individuals that are both very unique in their own right coming together here, which is very nice. It's like two people reaching some sort of, it's not completion, but achievement. Feeling satisfied, feeling, okay, I've done the emotional work, I've done the financial work. I feel secured within myself. I feel like I'm ready. And when both you and your counterpart, whether you're together or not, kind of hit that point, then energies start to intertwine and connect and be drawn to one another. It's like two Mercury drops kind of finding their way. I mean, look at this. This is gorgeous, Sag. So, fulfillment on an individual level and romance. It is a good way to kick off the year. There is some sort of event where you dress up that you might meet this person in, or go to that event with this person. It doesn't have to be that, but I am picking up on that a little bit. There's alcohol, there's a celebration of some sort. This could be a wedding, this could be a company event, you know, it can be really anything. This is also two people kind of planning something together. What's the word for bartenders when they create drinks? Alchemy drink, is it cause something? Oh, I forget. I'll probably Google it and then maybe I'll name the video with that. I'm not sure. But it's like mixing up, mixology, something like that, where you mix up different liquids and the result is just yummy. It's also like I'm picking up on like fine dining going on in a restaurant, to a restaurant, even maybe working at a restaurant. I don't know, something. King of Wands. I'm picking up on a masculine that really likes to show off, kind of show off what the places they know, the people they know, take someone out on a like really glamorous date, something that is a lot of fun. I'm picking up on like food, beverages, live music even. I know it sounds funny given the time that we're in, but it's coming up, so I don't know where you are in the world or what your circumstances are. people do still find a way to gather. So I don't know. It's coming up. It's coming up. A lot of fun here. Also picking up on a very like Moulin Rouge type of vibe. Like can dancers. I don't know. It feels empowering and sexy and lively and jazzy. I don't know. Eight of Wands. There's some passion and creativity. Like the levels of passion and creativity are just off the charts coming out of this reading. Oh my God, Saggy, look at you. You guys are known to have a good time or to give a good time. So this is nice. Again, I'm picking up on dress up. Like if this was Halloween or even Purim or something like that, it would be fitting, but maybe it's just like being fancy. I don't know, but there's something really whimsical and like a mask ball. It's not so difficult to have a mask ball now. Like every ball is masked. So, you know, that's the vibe that I'm trying to convey. I'm working with the steampunk tarot. Yes, steampunk. So a lot of flirt, a lot of passion. Those of you who've been watching me, you know I don't automatically take the readings to love readings. Actually, often the general ones don't focus on love. If anything, they focus on other things, and they bring it up as well sometimes. But it's not like I'm not geared towards it. But the vibe here is so strong. My extendeds do focus on love, so we will go deeper into this, into the dynamic and the detail in the extended, but back to focusing on the now. So show me more about this for Sag for January. You're coming up like at your best. You're like at your best game right now, Saggy. This is great. Sagittarius and Two of Wands. We have a lot of fire, but it doesn't strike me as not balanced because I have Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. Very emotionally grounded, very even financially, just in practicality, there's responsibility here. This is a very mature type of Sagittarius. Love it. And there's a new, I don't know, path, road that you're embarking on. I have the Two of Wands right underneath the Two of Cups. So this could be with this person, some sort of an adventure. The adventure could be symbolic, you know, of trying, you know, dating someone, getting to know someone, and enjoying to learn about their world or teaching them about your world. Very fast, funny, fun communication. Someone here is funny. There's a sense of humor coming up. King of Swords. There's also a very intellectual vibe. Suddenly the energy kind of, I don't want to say sunk, but got even more grounded. There's like something that is keeping you on your toes, that is keeping you grounded, that is keeping you responsible. I don't know if it's yourself or if it's a good friend that reminds you. Kind of make sure you're still on track. This could be a teacher of some sort. Something with an academy is coming up, like a school environment. There's a lot of learning here, learning from the books, but also from the experience. This could be a type of school where you have both academic knowledge, but also field knowledge, where you like On Tuesday and Wednesday, you study in class, but on Monday and Thursday, you go out to the field. You know, I had something like that. I studied therapeutic horsemanship for a year, a long time ago, and it was pretty, okay, what's going on with my hair? I'm sorry. It was pretty much that, a day in class and a day out on the ranch. So, I don't know, something like that is also coming up. 7 of Cups. That was the bottom of the deck. I'm not pulling it out. Okay, show me more about this for Sagittarius for January. There's a sense of observation, attention to detail. There's also a sense of invention. Someone is inventing something. I'm not surprised Sagittarius who does are natural inventors. But there's like an experimental energy. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Aye, aye, aye. And we have 2 kings here. King of Swords and King of Wands in the upright, and Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Masculine energies should be cautious of vanity and, you know, pushing it. Someone might be testing someone to see, testing a feminine energy to see just how much they are willing to take or willing to put up with teasing her or testing her, or, you know, be careful of that, because this is someone that will cooperate until she's like, oh my God, is that what you're doing? And then this person will just, they will cut you out so fast and furious, you wouldn't even know where it came from. And it's like this person will be out of your reality like that. So I recommend, like, if there's trust being built, respect, don't take that person for granted, because it's a very kind and generous and benevolent and present energy when it's in the upright. But once you play with this person, or they pick up on lack of sincerity, or even games or manipulation, or especially respect, that's the word. If there's lack of respect or honoring of them, if you like don't, if you don't include them in the plans, right? Or if you don't explain to them why you're doing something, and you kind of expect them to just align with something that you're up to. If they did it once, it's because they let it slid. You know, one time is an accident, second time is deliberate. So this is like, I believe in second chances, but there won't be a third kind of thing. So yeah, there's someone, be careful, like, they will give you a second chance, but the third chance will not exist, and they won't even be that, like, this whole person will fly out the door of your life, and there's no turning back. This is a very assured, self-assured energy with a very strong personality and sense of dignity. I do not recommend to play with this person. Okay, consider yourself warned. There's a feminine energy that might pretend to not be aware of something that the masculine energy is doing in ways of testing her or teasing her, or, you know, stretching the boundaries a little too much. And she will observe and allow as long as she feels it's like child play. But the second she recognizes that it's pushed beyond whatever her boundary is, right? Different people have different boundaries, but the second it crosses her boundary, and the other energy, the one doing the testing, the masculine energy, like, they'll take one little step, oh, she's cool with it. They'll take another one, oh, she's cool with it. And then they'll take another little step that she's not cool with, and then they will not be able to retract. So I recommend to not taking those little, there is some, okay, I don't know if you're a masculine or feminine energy watching, but there is a sense of vanity, a little too much, because things are going so well and so great, and the feminine is so cooperative and so fluid, and then so the masculine kind of keeps pushing it, and she won't say anything in the first time because she want to see what he does next, if he'll take advantage of the fact that she's allegedly not aware, and continue pushing the boundaries, or if he'll do the right thing for her out of kindness and respect. So, just saying. It's right underneath the Nine of Pentacles, so this could be an earth energy or someone with strong earth placements. Someone with a strong sense of self. Like, you can't really toy with them. That's a good thing, actually. Devil in the reverse. Yeah, this right underneath this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So, yeah, any sort of games of control and trying to coerce someone into doing something or following along with something that they don't necessarily want, or they don't necessarily aware of exactly what it is, will backfire so strong. Like this devil energy in the reverse, this is someone that their tactics that used to work for them, not only that they don't no longer work, it's worse. It backfires super fast and super strong. So Saggy, wherever you're at, if you're this person or that person, just be aware of it. If someone will try to be playing games with them, you'll see it, cut it out. You seem to already be going to cut it out, to cut them off. I'm sorry. And if this is you doing that, then consider this like a fair warning, where you have the free choice to change the behavior or to continue with the behavior. But a certain behavior pattern is being exposed and called out and hammered. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. You might be the one doing the hammering, you know. It starts off so well and then someone gets cocky. That's what I see here. Okay, let's keep going. Show me more, please. For Saggy for January. Okay. Eight of Pentacles. Yes. Back to proportions, back to investment, back to, you know, it's like when you're in the beginning of the courting period and you're like perfect, and you give and you're present, or the other person gives and they're present, and then once they feel like they got you or you got them, then it's like, okay, now I can just not do as much or not invest as much or not, you know, and maybe they're used to like past partners kind of just going along with it or being okay with it or just kind of not understand what's going on. But this person will kick that other person in the butt. So there's an immediate sense of humility, not humiliation. And if you take it as humiliation, then that's probably also the root of the cause of the problem. It's ego. It's humility. It's proportions. It's realizing that it's mutual. You both have to work in order to prove each other to one another. It's not just one person accepting everything you do or vice versa. It's both of you respectful and attentive. And this Eight of Pentacles is kind of, it's a very grounding energy. It's good. It means like there's a wake-up call. It's like, oh, okay, I can't do that. Oh, okay, this doesn't work. Oh, okay, I shouldn't. Great. Saggy, what is happening? Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. We started with Nine of Pentacles in the upright. We moved to Eight of Pentacles in the upright. Now with Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. There is there's a foundation that is breaking down. It's either a family foundation or a relationship or a commitment of some sort. Some of you, not all of you, very few of you, those of you who have empires, this could be you know, something corrupt being found or discovered within that empire or work environment, and then it's like a domino effect. One after another just kind of falls and exposes, and it puts everything down. It paralyzes the entire system, be it, again, family romance or work, empire, career type of thing, organization of some sort. But it's like going back to really working heavily on the foundations, on fixing things that become a little wonky because maybe a little bit of too much fun, maybe a little bit of too much flow, maybe some vanity, and maybe someone isn't playing fair or isn't being, I'm picking up on like maybe something with the books, like not being out in the open, or like hiding something. This could be tax issues, or just play by the book, Sagittarius. Be very, very careful, because January is really a time where things are being exposed and shown out in the open. So make sure that your books are in order. Make sure that your numbers align. And if this is romance, make sure you are sincere. Or make sure the people you're dealing with are, because something is coming out to the surface. And so the more the foundation is set right, the better off you are, and you're safe, right? There could be a family member that is holding a grudge or upset over something, that feels that they're not being, you know, respected or honored or accepted. They feel like someone is feeling gypped, like, what's the word, like they're feeling a little bit ripped off even. Interesting. Oh. Someone may have been unfaithful, and it's going to come out into the surface, and someone is going to find out. Show me more, please. One more card for Saggy, and I'm then going to give you homework and an oracle, but we'll also continue this in the extended book. I'm not done. Show me a little bit more for Sagittarius for January. What is going on here? Sagittarius for January. Four of Cups. Someone is going to mess up, and they're not going to want to admit it, and they're going to try to, no, it wasn't me, or no, it's not true, or no, I had nothing to do with it, and they had everything to do with it. And it's like, it's almost funny that they're trying to, like, it's like they're wearing a hat, and they're like, I'm not wearing a hat. And like, you are, it's right there, I can see it. No, you're confused, you're wrong. This is, like, it's one thing to gaslight, it's a whole other thing to gaslight unintelligently, like when the other person is like, can you, seriously. Someone who may have been unfaithful, or has been someone narcissistic or vain with their approach, is going to be left out in a way. Kicked in the booty, but they're still a part of the system in some way. They're still a part of the dynamic somehow. So it's like they're still in the room, so you're just feeling the vibe of the come back to this reading at the end of the month if this still doesn't mean anything to you. Just wait. Any other clarification about this situation for Saggy? Advice for Saggy for January? Okay. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Do not get lost in the options or in the possibilities. wanting to have the cake and eat it too. That will be very, very destructive for your situation. Be very, very clear about what you want. Think long term, think consequences. You know, we're free to make our choices, but we're not free of the consequences, right? Quote. So, and by the way, I believe in second chances, but there won't be a third. Follow me on Instagram. I have a lot of cute stuff over there. The Existential Shift. Sorry. Anyway, Seven of Cups in the reverse. Just wake up. Like, wake up to either you being a little bit deceiving maybe someone, or it's okay. It could be the other way around. If you're feeling like someone is like that in your environment, so wake up to become aware of it. Either way, the bubble is going to explode and reality is going to kick in. Not that the reality that I saw at first isn't true. It's very true. It's just, will you keep it wonderful, or will you test, push, and then have someone blow up at you, or a situation blow up at you? You know what I mean? Like, someone here might be greedy and want to have like more than they should or more than they need. Maybe someone is going to do someone a favor, help them out somehow, and then the other person is going to try to squeeze more out of it. Like, I'm getting like someone might be tempted to, like, not extortion, but it's kind of extortion, like low-key extortion, you know, I don't know, like very like in a manipulative way. It's not like flat out extortion. It's like, oh, you know how I did this for you, and remember how I, you know, if you could just, oh, by the way, could you just do this and that for me? Like, they think they're being subtle, but they're being so obvious, and you or the other person experiencing it will be like, oh, no, you did not just do that. You did not just try that with me. Oh my God. Yeah, so this could be completely other way. Like, if someone is just not being vain and not explosive, this could be a complete turnaround and work out really, really great. So it really is a matter of choice. Okay, guys. I love you. Thank you. Let's do... Okay, sorry, I don't know what's going on. Got a little confused for a second. So take a look at the cards as I'm going to give you homework, spiritual shamanic homework for Sagittarius. This is energy you are guided to, if you want to partake, you're guided to harness, like as light work and or shadow work, depending on the energy of the card and how you choose to work with it, for the month of January for Sagittarius seekers, in ways of helping the collective and also becoming acquainted with an aspect of yourself that the card will symbol. So these are just general, I'm sorry, not the general, the major arcana, the high advisors. It's not part of the forecast. It's spiritual work, homework for my Sagittarians for January. What kind of energy they can harness to support the collective at this time. The Hermit, being very contemplative, patient, and truthful, and also seeking that in all your endeavors and people around you. So I will link the link below to my class. If you're a Tarot Masterclass student, you have it, simply enjoy it once again or for the first time. This is not part of the reading. Again, this is the energy you are guided to spiritually harness, the deeper underlined aspects and energies of the Hermit, okay, which are of the plenty. Cronus is coming up here, the god of time is coming up here. Games of, you know, power and betrayal are coming up here. I'm not saying you need to play games of power and betrayal, but learning about the archetype of this card can really help through, I feel like, this dynamic as well, because it kind of connects, because there are games of power and betrayal here coming up a little bit, especially if it's family situation. So this could really help guide you through it, and by doing so, you will also be supporting somehow the collective. So if you're not one of my Tarot Masterclass students, all good. You can rent the class separately. You can rent it for $2 or purchase it, up to you how you want it. You don't have to have the entire class, the entire course, I'm sorry. You can have just this class. So link is below, check it out, okay? This is just for those of you who wish to partake in spiritual work. All right. What should I pull for you? Which oracle? Sagittarius for January. Animal spirit. Message from the animal spirit, please. My beautiful Saggy seekers. Come on, I need one more. Great. Wow. Oyster and hawk. So someone wants something precious. Someone wants something that is, on one hand, they are aware of it, they can see it, and on the other hand, it's not reachable to them. It's closed like an oyster. It's not completely hiding from them because they can somehow see it or are aware of it, but it's, again, it's not available to them. But they're very, very adamant about having this oyster. So, hawk energy is a very direct, competitive, leading, fiery energy, which is from A to B super quick, right? It's a very sharp, quick predator, and it's heading towards this oyster because it wants it. Now, this oyster is holding a secret or some sort of energy or frequency that the person representing, or the thing that is represented by this oyster, is, there's something really majestic about it. There's something very pure and clean about it. Something that isn't just given to anyone. So this hawk going to have to prove themselves to this oyster. This oyster will not open up by will, but by gaining respect. Okay, you cannot force this oyster open. This oyster will open up from its own will. There's a little bit of an open sesame vibe here that needs to be taken. It's like, only the one that is true and fair will have this oyster open up. So yeah, so Saggy, if you're this hawk and there's something that you want, a forceful approach will only have this oyster clam closed up even more. But if you come with an eye level approach, with humility, and instead of giving the answer, simply asking the questions and allowing this oyster to choose you, does that make sense? Then you might be able to have it. It's a hero's journey a little bit coming up here, where for force, manipulation, planning, maneuvering, the normal tactics, not only that they're not going to work, the oyster will little by little hide more and more from you in a way of your sight. But just really, really clean, honest, open-hearted, humble approach is what will gain you this treasure, really, because an oyster represents also treasure. There's a pearl there, right? I'm picking up like it's about being worthy. So if you're not up to that, if you're not into that, just, I would recommend to make a U-turn. And if you are up to that, then that's the advice. All right, now Saggy, this could be you. And this could be someone else, right? And if that's the case, then you are encouraged to maintain that sense of indignation and, you know, protection over something that is very, very, it's like, what's the word? Sanctity I'm picking up. Like, I feel like holiness is too much of a word. It feels a little bit too big. I don't know. You're probably yelling the word at me right now. Sorry. Okay, guys, I will see you in a second in your extended. We will delve into the detail between you and this person coming up here for the month of January, the dynamic between the two of you, the interaction and how things unfold, and then after the tarot, we'll also do a message from the runes for you. Okay, link is below. You can find it separately on Vimeo or alongside all the other extendeds and plus extra VIP content if you join as a member on my Patreon. Okay, so check it out. I would love for you to join. So I'll see you in a second there. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, press the bell button to receive notification, comment your thoughts. I'd love to know, and watch your other placements if you didn't jive with this. You got this.